And so we're going to be doing the problem now, and this is the homework, so write this one down, and this is the one that needs to make sense to you. School t-shirts are sold for $10 each, and packages of markers are sold for $25 each. Isn't that what I said? $2.50. Oh, I'm sorry. $2.50. Thank you. $2.50. That'd be an expensive marker. Write an equation that can be used to find the total cost y for each item x. And so on your paper, you're going to have to do two things. You have to label them differently, but we're using x and y for each one because on the calculator, it only understands x's and y's. And whatever's independent has to be x. Whatever's dependent has to be y. And so, t-shirts. What's my equation going to be for t-shirts? If they are $10 each.
All the graphs are off.
It might be a user error.
No, because like we all did it.
All of ours worked except Zach. We tried like 5 already.
4 different ones and it's all came up not right.
Come show me.
No.
We're going to do this. Come show me your calculator. Tell me, what equation, if I have t-shirts are $10 each, tell me the total cost y for each t-shirt x. Someone come up with the equation. These are not the hard part of today. Gabe. You're not done, right? Because they asked for an equation? Thank you. You need to remember that y is the cost and x are the number of items. And we have to use x and y because they told us so. Zoom. 6. Enter. You have to do all the directions. Markers. What are the equations for markers? They're $2.50 a piece. Not Gabe. Someone give me the equation. If it's $2.50, $2.50, $2.50, $2.50 for each marker, I'm not calling on Gabe. I know he knows the answer. What is it, Kaylee? Yes. It's still the cost. Y is still the cost. X is still the number. This time it's the number of markers instead of the number of t-shirts. This is the answer. You should write it down. You should also have your book open. Got C right here by me? No, you're not talking to you this time. B says we are now going to graph those equations in the same window as the equation from the activity and find each rate of change. And so, if I have my graphing calculator, how do I go about graphing equations? What am I going to do? Where do the equations go? What button do I have to push to plug an equation in? What did we do the first time? That. Good, the y equals button. That's where you always are going to plug the equations in. And so go to y equals, and it says do it in the same window as the equation from the activity, so we're going to leave it there. Use the arrow key to go down, so that way, here's the beauty of this. We can graph things on the same window, so we can make easy comparisons. And then we're going to do 10x. It already says y equals here, so we just have to type this part in. On the equation, it doesn't matter which one's on which side of the equation. They're equal, so they could go in either place. So it's 10. Remember, my variable, my calculator's smart enough to know that that means it goes right next to it. Type this in, it's the answer. And then we need to go down and do one more, 2.5. To be honest, the calculator will ignore this 0, but I don't mind at all that you know that money has 2 decimal places, because I'll say in 7th grade right now they're struggling. Money always has 2 decimal places, and they keep wanting to give it 1 if it's like 70 cents, and it's wrong. So know that I will mark it wrong if you don't have money in a format of 2 decimal places. How do I get a look at what these look like? What button do I push so that I know what they look like? So here's where the equations go, y equals. How do I know where the window is? Go ahead, Heather.
Graph.
Yes, graph it. The first one, then the second one, and then the third one. And so the order in which you put them on y equals is the order in which you see them. Okay? So this right here is the first one. 10x is this one, and then 250x is here. Again, what I don't like about this is that it implies that you could have negative notebooks and negative dollars, which doesn't make any sense. I kind of wish we were only looking at quadrant 1, but we're going to follow what the book says. All right.